And we are back with you at halftime here at the Mabee Center as Oral Roberts leads Centenary 45-28. Scott Sutton has a chance to reach a milestone here this evening with a victory. It would be win number 200 in his 11-year career here at ORU. I caught up with Scott a little earlier today after the ORU shoot-around and asked him what that milestone would mean to him. Significance of tonight's game. If you win, it's career win number 200 for you. What does that milestone mean?
Well, to be honest, right now it's the least of my concerns, but I'm sure when I look back on it, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, whenever it may be, that and I've thought about this a lot. You know, we've had so many great players come through the last 11 years, and says a lot about the recruiting that my assistants have done, and also I've been very fortunate to have a great staff, and two of them have been with me since day one, Tom Hankins and Conley Phipps, and so it's it's an honor for all of us.
And you're sending off a couple seniors tonight in Kevin Ford and Joe Moore. Talk about what those guys have meant to the program over the last couple of years.
Well, we only had Kevin for a short time. He's, he transferred in here and played the last year and a half, and I think the young man has really matured, on and off the floor. I'm most proud of how he's matured off, and he's gonna get his degree. He's come a long ways. Obviously, he's done some spectacular things here in the Mabee Center with dunks and blocks and everything else. But I think it's important that we send those guys out with a win. We've had some tough losses the last 3 years on senior night, and it's important to send Kevin and Joe. And Joe's a young man. He's a walk-on. I mean, he's a guy that has given us everything he has in practice. He would do anything we asked him to do. He dives on the floor. He takes charges. So we lose two good guys, and it's important for us to send them out with a win.
I want to revisit the IUPUI game from the other night. If I had told you would have been trailing at halftime and that Dominic Morrison would only score 5 points, probably would have told me we don't have much of a chance to win this game, and yet you find a way to do it. How did your guys find a way to pull out a very important victory?
Well, they battled. We didn't play well, especially the first half. And, IUPUI is a very good basketball team. I think there's not a whole lot of difference between them and Oakland. And I'm not saying it's a two-team race by any means once we get to Sioux Falls, but they're a very good team. And I thought we did a much better job of getting the ball inside. We got to the free throw line. We got Mike involved. Warren hit some shots. We got to the free throw line, although we didn't make as many as I would hope, but just battled. And proud of how our guys just found a way to win, because it was a tough game, and we didn't play our best.
About 3 weeks now before the start of the conference tournament up there in Sioux Falls, what in your mind has to happen between now and that point to make you feel really comfortable about your chances up there?
Well, we have to get on a run. We have to start playing a little bit better, number one, to win some games. But I think it's important how we finish up, how we play. And like tonight, it's not going to be good enough just to win. I think this team needs to play well. We need to gain some momentum heading into Saturday's tough game against Austin Peay, and then we go on the road next week and go to two places we've had a lot of success, and that's Southern Utah and UMKC. And I think it's very, very important that hopefully we can win all of them. But at the very least, I think we need to win 3 out of 4 and be feeling good about ourselves, playing good basketball. Because last year it was the opposite. We come home after playing awfully well on the road and struggle to beat South Dakota State. Then the last regular season game, we get beat here against North Dakota State, and I think it really deflated this team. And as a result, we go up to Sioux Falls and get beat in the first round.
I want to ask you about that bracket buster going to Austin Peay and just your thoughts on the format and playing a game like that right in the heart of the conference schedule.
Well, I like it. I like it. I think it gives your team, your program, an opportunity to get on national TV. Although this year we're not, but we've been very fortunate the last 3 or 4 years where our games have been on ESPN. I think it does a lot for exposure. We don't get that opportunity very often. It's a built-in home game, either the following year or 2 years down the road. So scheduling-wise, I think it's a great concept.
I want to ask you before we let you go just about kind of a hot topic this year around college basketball, and that's the possibility of expanding the NCAA tournament from maybe 65 teams to 96. Your thoughts on that and whether that would be a good thing for college basketball?
Well, by no means am I an expert, but I've been around college basketball all my life, and I've seen it expanded before But it's been this way for a long time, and I love how it is right now. I love the 65-team format. If you want to add maybe 3 teams, that may be fine. But going 96 teams, I think it's supposed to be a reward to go to the NCAA tournament. It's a great accomplishment. And you get up to 96 teams, you're going to have some teams in there that probably aren't deserving to be in the NCAA tournament. And there's always going to be teams. If you go to 96, there's going to be 97, 98, 99, and 100 saying, hey, we should have got in.
I agree. A little bit watered down with 96 teams in. Scott, thanks so much for your time. It's been a pleasure watching you guys this year, and best of luck the rest of the way.